All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. So we are continuing our journey with British comedians. Or wait. He's not British. He's Irish.
And you keep saying it.
Yeah, I know. And y'all, thank y'all so very much in the comment section. Y'all had corrected us. So we are continuing. Corrected me. We are continuing our journey with Dave Allen, and this is teaching your kid time. Yes, let's go.
So one of the most important things we as parents do is we teach our children about time. We teach them important things like reading the clock.
You look so good here.
You actually think that's important? I'm going to teach you to read the clock. I'm going to teach you to read the time. Why? Because it's important that you know the time. Why? Because how would you know when to get up to go to school? Mummy would make me. What if Mummy wasn't there? You'd wake me. What if we both weren't there? Wouldn't go to school. How would you know when breakfast was? I'd be hungry. Shut up! Somebody came along to you and said, what time is it? And you didn't know, you'd feel stupid. Well, why doesn't he feel stupid? He doesn't know. Let me go through this whole thing. I'm going to teach you. I did it myself with my son. I'm going to teach you how to read the clock. This is a clock. It's not actually a clock. It is a clock, but it's not a clock. It's a watch. It's called a watch. It's a wristwatch because it's on my wrist. Yes, it's a wristwatch because it's on my wrist and I watch it. Yes, it's very good. Now, time is made up of zones, periods of time, all right?
Oh.
You went too far.
Hours. He's going way too far.
No, not hours. No, they're not hours. They're ours. They don't belong to us. There's a different spelling. H-O-U-R-S. Not Howards. It's silent. I don't know. Now, on every day, there are 24 hours. 24 of these hours. 12 in the day and 12 in the night. I know I said there are 24 hours in a day. 12 in the day, 12 in the night. Oh. But a day is made up of a day and a night. What are you, stupid? I couldn't very well say Monday night. Everybody knows when I say Monday, I'm talking about the 24 hours. Now shut up and listen. Now, on every clock or watch, there are 3 pointers. They're called hands, all right? They point to the hour, all right? You understand that? There's the hour hand. That's the first hand, the hour hand. The second hand is the minute hand, and the third hand is the second hand.
Oh, no. That is so
confusing.
That is so confusing.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of how I learned how to tell time as a kid.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
That had to be the most confusing thing.
Oh, you know what? I remember like a piece of paper with a big clock on it, and we had to fill it in. But I don't remember how they made it make sense.
You know what? You know how they make it make sense? Because they when they start teaching you about time, you know what the hands need to look like in order for you to go home.
Oh, okay.
And that's how kids get good at telling time.
Right.
Shut up! We'll do away. Forget about the third hand. Forget it. It's gone. All right.
Okay. So I do remember they didn't. On the piece of paper, there wasn't a second hand on it.
Okay.
So they just do the two,
hour and the minute hand.
Exactly.
Right.
Just the two. They didn't do the second hand, and then later you're introduced to
the
it.
seconds,
Yeah.
Right.
It's gone. Now we have 2 hands. On the face of the clock, there are 2 hands, all right? There's the hour hand, which is the fat hand, and there's the thin hand, which is the minute hand. So you have a fat hand and a thin hand, all right? Fat hand hours, thin hand minutes. Right. Now up the top of the clock, you see the number up there, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is 12. It's not 3. It would be 3 if you join them together. We already have a 3 here on the side by itself. We don't need 2 bloody 3s on a clock. So it's 12. All right? 1 and 2 is 12. So when the fat hand and the thin hand are pointing at the 1 and the 2, it is 12 o'clock in the daytime. Because it would be dark and you wouldn't be able to see it. Now the thin hand starts to move away from the fat hand. It likes the fat hand. Yes, it likes the fat hand, but if it wants to tell the time, it has to go away from the fat hand. So it moves away from the fat hand, leaving the fat hand at the 1 and the 2, and then it comes over to the 1 here by itself. You see the 1 to the right of the 1 and the 2? Now, that 1 is 5. Because it is, it's 5. 2 is 10, 3 is 15, 4 is 20, 5 is 25, 6 is a half.
He's overcomplicated.
He's right. That's way too much.
Half! Because 12 is the whole, so 6 is the half. 7 is 25 2 or 35 past. Oh!
No, you cannot introduce that.
So now what's actually happening is the thin hand is moving around the clock from the 1 to the 2, which is the 5 and the 10. And while he's doing that, the fat hand is moving slowly away from the 1 and the 2. Yes, because fat hands move slowly, that's right. Fat things waddle away, yes, that's it. And now by the time the fat hand has got around to the 1, which was the 5, when the minute hand was pointing at it, and the 1 has come back right up to the 1 and the 2, it is now what time? It is not 5 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Because when the thin hand points at it, it's minutes. The fat hand points at it, it's an hour. Now you be a good boy and learn how to read the clock. And I'll buy you a digital watch.
That was really funny. That was really clever how he took something as simple as a watch or telling time and made a whole joke out of it. Yeah. So yeah, that was really cool.
This reminded me of my mom trying to teach me to drive.
Okay.
Because she was yelling the entire time, and when you're trying to learn something that you really don't know anything about, but it's stressing the other person out because it's simple to them.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But, and you're asking stupid questions or you're doing something you aren't supposed to do, and the voice escalates and it makes you nervous, and it's like, just forget it. I quit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you know, it does make me think about when I had to learn how to drive, because it was exactly the same way. You know, my dad, he was teaching me how to drive a stick shift. And so it was simple for him, but it was incredibly complicated for me. But thinking back on this, you know, thinking about how they taught us how to tell time in school, I don't know. If the way he explains it,
was complicated.
It's very complicated. And it makes me think like how a child could be so confused at learning how to tell time. And I don't know. I can't think about, you know, because it's been so long ago. I can't think about how confused I was when I learned how to tell time.
Really simplified it. And you have to take it a step at a time. You can't teach them everything in one sitting. Let them get the first thing down, you know, first, and then you add stuff on later.
Then you give them a digital watch or a phone that tells time. So guys, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about this comedic performance. And of course, as you all know, we are on a comedy journey. So if you have any comedians that you would love us to check out, go ahead and let us know in the comment section. But as always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and we'll see y'all next time.
Ta-ta.